Welcome to this edition of our Local 2202 Education Series. This session, we'll be taking a high-level look at unions and politics. We have 5 learning objectives today. First, where do your union dues dollars go? Next, we'll look at the MNPL and why the union gets involved in politics. Then we'll wrap up with what the union does in DC and what you can do locally. Understanding where your dues go is important. First, you should note that your dues don't go to lobbying or politicians. Any money donated to be spent on lobbying has strict reporting principles, and the union cannot use your dues for that. It is important to note that of the portion of your dues that goes to the international, some of that is used to fund our politics and legislative department. This department is there to educate and advocate for members. If you would like to strengthen the IAM's ability to be more involved in lobbying and politics, you can donate directly to the MNPL, as those funds can be used directly for lobbying and political donations. Okay, so what is the MNPL? It is the Machinists Nonpartisan Political League, a separate entity that is funded solely on donations. Created in 1947 to allow individuals to be more directly involved with politics and funded solely on voluntary donations. Today, you can have funds deducted directly from your paycheck for easy donating. We often hear that individuals don't want to be involved in politics or don't know a lot about what's going on and how it impacts them. However, staying involved is important as politics directly affect what happens both at work and in our personal lives. The union advocated for worker rights, including individuals who are not in unions. Some of the rights that unions have fought for and won include the 40-hour work week, paid holidays, overtime pay, and age requirements preventing child labor. There's always legislation in Congress that is designed to roll back some of these things that we have come to expect as our normal working conditions. Unions also advocate for safer working conditions. This may mean restrictions on duty days for certain industries, mandatory safety equipment, or awareness to just how dangerous some jobs may be. So what does this mean in Washington? Basically, it means that we have representation at every level. Having a presence in Washington allows us to continue fighting for more worker protections and rights. It helps us push back when bills are introduced that would repeal our protections. This includes bills that are aimed at reducing overtime pay, reducing the minimum employment age, and more. The IAM also wants its members to be knowledgeable on how different Congress members have voted on each bill, creating a voting scorecard for every representative. Finally, being active in politics helps us create a strong relationship with the AFL-CIO, which is a large union organization. So what can we do at the local level? It's really about involvement. For starters, you should be voting. If you're not registered, get registered. If you have a younger or less active work group, hold a voter registration event and communicate the importance of voting. No need to wait for upcoming elections. It is important to register as many people as possible as soon as possible. Next, contact your reps at every level, from your city or county to the state and your federal representatives. With today's technology, you can easily draft an email and send it to your reps. Remember, they work for you and contacting them is important. Try to get out of the mindset of, I'm not into politics, because guess what? Politics are into you. Political decisions impact policies, worker protections, and other aspects of our daily lives, whether at work or in our personal lives. Finally, if nothing else, you can donate to the MNPL and support the union's ability to push for labor-friendly laws and politicians. Overall, we covered the topics of where your dues go and what the MNPL is. We talked about why the union is involved in politics and what the IAM does in Washington. Finally, we touched on ways that you can be more involved locally. Thank you for watching this edition of the Local 2202 Education Series. If you have any questions or information you want to share, please reach out to us. Our information is on the screen. Take care.